What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Kaptagn channel, where we are all things outdoors and we are all things weekend getaway travels. We recently just got back from Washington, D.C. It was a great time. The museums were great, the food trucks were great, the whole thing. And the vlog is now live if you want to check that out as well. But today we're going to take you on a journey to Chimney Rock, North Carolina. It's not as well known as Asheville or Boone. If you're not a North Carolinian, you've probably heard of Asheville and Boone. But if you're out of town and you're watching this, Chimney Rock is a very sleepy town, but it's just as beautiful, and it has a good bit of things to do as far as Lake Lure, the village of Chimney Rock, and Chimney Rock State Park. So with that said, I'm gonna grab my little hat here, and we're gonna take a little trip out to Chimney Rock, North Carolina. So skiddy up, cowboys. We just made it down to the town of Lure, and let's get out. Let's go show you guys around of what is there to do in the town of Lure. But first, let me put my style on. There we go. And normally you'll see this beach back here and it will be filled with people. But I'm not sure if it's just because of the pandemic or anything, but I see some tables being put out and set up for later on. So I don't think it's related to the pandemic. It might just be reserved. But typically it's filled with people. And note, Dirty Dancing, guys, was filmed out here. As crazy as that sounds, Dirty Dancing and a few other movies were filmed out here, but we'll get into that a little bit later on. But guys, if you ever wanted to rent a canoe during the fall, or a kayak or whatever, this place is absolutely gorgeous during the fall if you get a chance to come out. But behind me you can see this big rock wall over here. I'm sure if you can see it that way. But I mean, it's just a beautiful spot to be. I mean, the camera can't really do it justice. But we're gonna move on down to the town of Chimney Rock, and we're gonna go explore down there a little bit and go to the Chimney Rock State Park before it closes, because they do close at 5 p.m. So we're gonna head on down there. So we'll catch you over there. Guys, so we're here going up to the Chimney Rock State Park, and just a little history about the driveway itself is it used to be in the 1950s. It used to be a racetrack. It was a hill climb that you could go up, and people took their cars out, or and people had fans. Like, there was specific cars that would come out and drivers that would come out and compete and see who could get to the top of the hill the fastest. And it's a 3-mile trek up the hill. And so the prizes were anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 at the time. But unfortunately, the races stopped in around 1995. It was the last race. So just a little FYI for you guys when you come make the drive up this way. All right, guys, so we just made it up to the top of the parking lot. And I meant to grab this, but it is $17 per person to get in here. So it was $34 total for both Jessica and I to get in. But that really does pay for the people working here. It pays for the roads being paved, the shuttle services that is offered. So it does really go a long way. It's not just trying to scam you out of anything. So look at these views though. Look at these views. So at the top it does have a gift shop, and don't bring your girlfriend up here, because look at that, she already picked out something. We've been in here for 5 seconds. What's his name?
Josh.
Josh. Alright, so we left out what we came in with. Nothing, which is a good thing. Josh didn't make it. Don't fall.
Watch your step.
So we're a little bit more than halfway up, but we stopped at this little rock formation right here. We thought it was really, really cool. And it's always a wonder of how people actually manage to carve into rock like this and be able to build a structure like this. I have no idea how they do it. I'm an engineering major. I have no idea. But what do you think? What do you think about this? Is it worth coming up here?
Yeah, it's got a beautiful view.
Yeah. See the view right here, and it overlooks Lake Lure. It overlooks the valley, which comes across to another rock wall. So we go, guys. We're about to head up to the top, to the chimney, where all the most picturesque, did I say it right? Picturesque part of Chimney Rock Park is, and we'll see you at the top. Alright, so we're about to go in this little cave, which is why this park is so cool. You only get to see this a whole lot. Where'd you go? I lost you. Hello? Oh, is that you? Is that you? Uh-oh. Where are we at? Is this Narnia? This has to be Narnia. Okay. Now guys, so we're at the lookout now, and we're not at the top just yet, but we're at a lookout just a little bit below. And guys, I wanted to mention, Last of the Mohicans, if you guys have ever seen it, the last about 15 to 20 minutes of it was filmed out here at the state park. And I just think that's pretty cool. I mean, there are a few older movies that was filmed out here. Dirty Dancing was filmed actually down there at Lake Lure, and Last of the Mohicans was filmed up here. And there are two others, sorry, I don't know the name of them exactly, but they were based back in the 70s and 80s. And I just think it's cool that Chimney Rock is actually a very heavy film. It's pretty much the Hollywood of North Carolina at this point. So the more you know. And we're gonna head up to the top, which is right up there. Where we go? Where is it at? Right up there where the flag is. So we'll see you up there. Almost there. Oh, booty. Oh, come on. Almost there. A little bit. All right. A little bit further. Yeah, made it to the top. How's it feel?
Oh, it feels good.
I want to know your thoughts.
Not too bad. Kind of, get a good burn in, but
Who
not too bad.
Who would you like to thank?
Huh?
Who would you like to thank?
I'd like to thank my mom for birthing me. I'd like to thank my daddy for always supporting me.
Uh-huh.
My man. You.
Me? Oh, well, thank you. No personal trainer shout outs, no.
Oh. Hey, Mitch. Thank you. Because if it weren't for, them workouts and them planning, I probably wouldn't have made it up here.
There we go.
But all good.
I'd like to thank me, myself, and I for getting on this. So guys, I forgot to mention that there is at the very bottom at the base, at the parking lot, there is an elevator that will take you up to the top. And as you can see, there's the concession right there, and it'll take you up to that, and you walk across, and there's the big Chimney Rock with the flag. So if you're traveling with anybody who doesn't like to climb a lot of stairs, or if wheelchair accessible, you can come up here and get a closer look via the elevator. So also it has ice cream, popcorn, and it's also a separate gift shop up there. So, but we're going to continue to climb up. I think there's a waterfall. Hickory Nut Gorge is up there, so we're going to go see it. So, all right, guys. So we are hiking down to the base of the falls, and there was two ways to go about it. You can either hike the exclamation point trail, which is 2.2 miles, or you can hike Hickory Nut Falls Trail, which is about half a mile. And so the good, strong hikers that we are, we're not gonna take any shortcuts. So we took the half-mile trail, and we'll see you there shortly. So we've almost made it to the base of the falls, and we got a glimpse of it right there. You can probably hear it in the background. Let's see, there it is right there. It's actually pretty tall. It's a little over 400-foot drop. So it was a half-mile hike getting here. What do you think?
Okay.
Underwhelmed, impressed?
It's okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Kind of 50-50?
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things you just have to see when you're here, It's just one of those things you're going to have to check off the bucket list, but we're going to try to make it to the base of the falls all the way, but it was a little crowded. We'll get there. Look what we found here, guys, at the base of the waterfalls. Found a little friend. They said he was a northern water snake. He or she, we don't know. Just don't step on them and you'll be good to go. Just now leaving the base of the falls, and we are going to try to find us, what do you want? You want steak and potatoes?
With some veggies.
So we're going to try to find us a little steakhouse. There might be one down in the valley, so we're going to head that way. Guys, we did not find a steakhouse like we wanted to, but we did find a burger joint in RiverWatch. So there's not a lot of restaurants, there's not a ton of them, but there are some, and everything closes fairly early in the valley of Chimney Rock, so make sure you account for that when you come up here. And here at RiverWatch, there's actually literally a river, as the name would imply, right beside the restaurant. You can sit outside and you can eat by the river if you want to. but we decided to dine inside just because there's, you know, a lot of bugs out during the summer. But during the fall and maybe some of the early winter or late winter, early spring, it would be a good choice to go sit outside. But guys, I got the burger with just cheese, lettuce, and bacon, and fries, and Jessica got sweet potato fries and grilled cheeseburger. So kind of excited. We're hungry. I mean, after being up at the state park, it kind of takes your toll, or it takes a toll on you. But when it comes out, I'll show you guys. And after we leave from here, guys, I want to be able to share a few tips with you on how to be able to travel and kind of budget if you're a 9-to-5 person, but you love to travel on the weekends. So we got a few tips from that because we've been at it for a little minute. Even before vlogging, we've been able to travel on the weekends and you know, make a habit of it. So stay tuned for that. All right, here we have it. Burger, fries. Review. Jess reviews.
Really good.
Really good? Worth coming?
Oh yeah.
All right, guys, about to dig in. What's going on, everybody? We just left the restaurant, and a few final thoughts on Chimney Rock. And guys, if you are coming from out of town, they do have hotels and accommodation for you, even though it is a small family feel village in the village of Chimney Rock in the town of Lake Lure. And they're separated by like a mile and a half. So they do have accommodation for you if you do want to stay. But since we live in Charlotte, it only makes sense for us to go back home. It's only an hour and a half away. And so guys, Chimney Rock is a beautiful place. The village of Chimney Rock's got plenty of little shops, plenty of like Native American shops, which is cool because I'm Native American. The state park, you know, it has the chimney stack there, it has the waterfall that you saw, and Lake Lure. You know, Lake Lure, if you want to go rent a canoe, if you want to go rent a pontoon, they have a lot of tours you can do out there, or if you just want to rent a canoe or a kayak and go out by yourself, sure. But so guys, I do really want to talk about a topic that most people kind of find themselves is how do you work a 9-to-5 and still be able to travel on the weekends, right? Because currently for Jessica and I, that is the situation we do find ourselves in is, you know, and plus for creators, how do you do that? And so some of the things we've been working on and, you know, we've kind of taught ourselves or just done through research, because even before starting this channel, we did weekend trips for about the previous year and a half, 2 years. And so that's always been a challenge of how do you manage that. And so number one, you do have to get a little aggressive on the focus with your budget. That's the big thing. And you do have to be a little, you do have to focus on your time as well. And there's a lot more than that. And in future vlogs, I do want to cover more topics related to how you can travel and work at the same time, if that's the situation you find yourself in. And so, but the first two big primary things you got to tackle is cutting down on your expenses. Like say if you have Hulu, Netflix, and Disney Plus, maybe you can cut out just one of those and save 15-20 bucks a month, or you know, whatever, or eat out less during the week so you can eat out more on the weekends, because those are added costs. You know, the gas to get places, the food expenses, you know, park entrance expenses, all those do add up. And so it's kind of hard to find pockets of, you know, change just to go do things. So you kind of have to play around and figure out what works best for you budget-wise. And time, whenever we go out places, we don't just, you know, on Friday night sit down and say, hey, where you want to go this weekend? No, we plan this out, you know, a month or 2 weeks in advance. Be able to go out and document and be able to travel because we love traveling. And so guys, just find out what works for you as far as planning out your trips. But you know, our scripts, we don't really script a whole lot of our dialogue. We like to be a little more genuine with it. As you can tell, as I say ums and ands and ums and a lot. And so, yeah guys, just figure out what works for you on the time and your budget. And so in future vlogs, like I said, I'm going to cover a lot more information of how, of the specifics of what we do to be able to travel and work full time currently. And guys, if you're new to this channel, my name is Trey and my brand is Kaptagn, and what we stand for is the outdoors and being able to travel on the weekends. We do plan on going full time at some point in the future, but for now, we're going to stick to the weekend travels and a few big trips a year. And we're going to release 2 videos per month. That's what we're going to stick to. That's our goal, and it's going to be done. And so guys, if you like this content, subscribe, smash the like button, do all the other things YouTubers tell you to do, because it really does go a long way for small creators like myself. And we will catch you guys in the next one. Peace, and skiddy up, cowboys.